I want to bring in former U.S. Labor Secretary Eugene Scalia now into this conversation. We've been talking about restaurants and staffing. I want to bring up I have one question for you. I was looking at leisure and hospitality jobs in the report this morning. 67,000 jobs were added. Food services, drinking places, 41,000 jobs were added. So it looks as if we are seeing more of a boost in the services sector in general. That, to me, would signal that these restaurants are getting some relief now as far as staffing goes.
Yes, Cheryl, they're coming back. This was a part of the economy that was especially hard hit by the pandemic, obviously, what we call leisure and hospitality. I think we're still more than 1 million jobs down in that sector compared to where we were pre-pandemic, so there's still a little ways to go. But yes, they're coming back. You know, today's report, it was a very good report. I don't know that we could say it's an encouraging report for the future, but I look at it as a reflection of where we've been. We're now, we have more private sector jobs today than we did pre-pandemic, and that's a really good milestone to achieve. You know, adding 370,000 jobs in a month is very good. Now, again, as you say, I think that's in large part or substantially because we're putting back jobs we lost during the pandemic. That's great news. It doesn't necessarily indicate where we're going to be 3-4 months from now as we head into inflation and the like. You know,
1.3 million jobs less than we had in February of 2020 just in leisure and hospitality. You are correct, sir, in that. Let me ask you this, though. You know, so much talk about an impending recession for the U.S. economy, yet we're seeing a strong jobs report. We beat estimates. I mean, we got 372,000. We were only expecting 268,000 this morning for non-farm. So how do we talk about a recession when you have a strong labor market?
Well, again, it's a very good report, as you say, far above expectations. 3.6% unemployment is terrific. So these are all good indications in the report. But I think it is more of a reflection, again, of our really close to fully pulling out of the pandemic and its impacts. And it doesn't tell us yet what those headwinds are going to do to the job market. We just have to wait and see. Okay. So I think we like these numbers. And the other really, really striking thing about the job market, and those two prior segments touched on it, it's so important, is how many open jobs we still have. We've got about 11.2 million open jobs. Pre-pandemic, yeah, I mean, pre-pandemic, we hit 7.5 million. It was a huge number. We're close to 4 million above that. So we still have a lot of open jobs. That is increasing wages, but still not quite enough to keep up with inflation. Yeah, so we'll have to watch what happens over the next couple of months, too.
Yeah, we will. We will certainly cover it here. I want to shift gears with you now. The economy getting some help from the Supreme Court, which ruled that the EPA does not have power to regulate plant emissions. Of course, this was a huge blow to the administration's climate agenda. Your thoughts?
Well, yes, this was a really important Supreme Court decision last week, Cheryl, where the court applied for the first time, it used the name of what it calls the major questions doctrine. And what it said is that when an agency is issuing a really big rule with huge impacts, and when it's controversial, it better have clear authority from Congress to do that. In a way, it's putting the ball back in Congress's court and saying we need Congress to step in on the really big matters. For the president, it means that he's not going to be able to rely on his regulatory agencies to address some of the really big controversial issues out there, like climate change, to the extent that he might have been planning to do. Now, that could be good news for him. When you, again, looking at the economy, I think one of the things we have to worry about is over-regulation. I think one of the reasons that we had such a strong economy during the Trump administration was that he really set about relieving those regulatory burdens. Biden has been looking to reimpose a lot. It could be a blessing for him, actually, if the court is going to stand away in a little bit of some of the more aggressive regulatory changes that the administration's been talking about. So it's a really big decision coming down from the Supreme Court at the exact time where, you know, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, the CFPB and other agencies were beginning to roll out their big regulatory agendas.
Former Labor Secretary Eugene Scalia, thank you very much for being here, sir.